Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Mini, a true and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, where you join me in a wonderful age where Cornwall is written, oh yes, in quite large letters. Not quite, you know, France big, but I'd say if we look at the font of Cornwall versus the font of England right now, I think we know what the real power in the world these days is. Oh yes. Oh yes, yes, yes. England is shattered, broken, Queen useless, has destroyed them. Kent is an independent country. Scotland is coming down to pick something off right now. I think that's actually Scotland putting a bit of Northern England under siege. They want a bit more of Northern England yet. Oh, and by the way, the Templars have just risen up. I'm not sure they're actually attacking England, by the way. I think it's just they've got this little, they've got this little territory down here. So the Templars of Fulham have just actually risen up, because I think they're about to naff off over to the Holy Roman Empire to go and give them a bit of a battering, because they got themselves excommunicated, the stupid bastards. Oh, Italy's in a fun state of revolt, by the way. Who's going to win that one? Well, the king's not exactly got much left at the moment. Troops, yeah, less than 3,000. I'm going to guess that potentially the actual revolt leader is... oh, yeah. Okay, so... the revolt leader's probably going to win that one then. We're looking at a change of management over in Italy. France is interesting, by the way. And notice this. What we've got here is, yeah, we got ourselves the King of France, who is married to Queen Laura, who is also a princess of Italy, and their son already has a weak claim on the Holy Roman Empire. So... there could be some interesting moves made by France in the not-too-distant future. That could be very, very interesting indeed, especially if excommunication wars leave the Holy Roman Empire looking a little bit on the exposed side. Though for the time being, weak claims, of course, can't be pushed, and that guy is just a kid, but, yeah... the claims that that kid actually gets when he comes to the throne in France could be very, very much of interest. Still, let's focus on our own little bits and pieces here, because Cornwall is looking very, very strong indeed. And we've hopefully got ourselves our next king lined up here. Our next Tannist, Newton. Oh, yes. He's looking good. He's looking very, very interesting indeed. Assuming he doesn't go off the rails, which he's in the process of doing right now. Also, I noticed something kind of odd, and I can't figure out quite why this is. So... I understand that the reason the people over here and the people down here don't get a vote in the Kingdom of Cornwall is because they would get a vote if the kingdoms of Brittany or Ireland existed, but they don't, so, you know, their votes are kind of reserved for that kingdom in waiting. However, the actual duchies of Wessex and Mercia and Unpronounceable... those guys don't actually have any form of kingdom they can put their votes to, because they're de jure part of England, but they can't vote for England because, you know, that's a different realm. So they kind of just vote for Cornwall by default. The votes just kind of transfer over because they've got kind of nowhere else to go. So those guys do get a vote, except there's only 4 votes that have been cast. So I've got a vote, and Newton's got a vote, because I've made him a vassal, so he's thankfully smart enough to vote for himself, so that's fine. Even if both of the actual guys who are voting decide to actually, you know, gang upon me, they can't do anything. Now, you're probably thinking that the person who's voting for Beloved is Beloved. No. So, the actual Duke of Wessex is voting for Beloved, because he can't vote for himself, because Tanistry is dynasty only, and the actual guy who's in Wessex, yeah, he's not part of the dynasty. Therefore, he actually can't vote for himself, he's voted for Beloved instead. Meanwhile, the guy in Unpronounceable, he decided to vote for Prince Disaster of Cornwall. Again, couldn't vote for himself, wrong dynasty. So, why does Beloved not get a vote? I don't understand, he's a duke, just the same as these guys are, holding a duchy that's de jure part of England, but for some reason, he doesn't get a vote, but these guys do. And I'm not quite sure why that is. Anyway, it doesn't actually matter so much, because all that would happen would be, he'd vote for himself. So that would actually bring Beloved up to 2 votes, which would actually give him a tie with Newton, with my and Newton's own vote. So as a result of that, everything would be absolutely a-okay. Though in theory, yeah, if Beloved did start to vote for some reason, and this guy changed his vote to Beloved, they could outvote me. So I need to keep a very close eye on that, because, yeah, at this point, Tanistry could start handing over the kingdom to someone who I don't actually want to be the Tanist. Thankfully, if the Tanist changes, there will be a massive pop-up, so it can't just be snuck under the radar. I can't possibly miss it. Ah, and one great tragedy, I did actually go and check this after last part, so Newton, as good as he is, would be a lot better if he weren't a bit on the dull side. Sadly, dull is really, really difficult to get rid of. Apparently there's like a couple of really tiny events that might be able to do it, but like there's no focus I can put him on to actually get rid of it. Like if I just changed him over to, or I can't right now because he's like controlling his own destiny, but if I were to control him, yeah, just putting him over to learning can't actually get rid of it. So that's just a really unlucky draw, unfortunately, and short of some extremely hard to engineer circumstances I'm not going to try and force on him, he's just going to be stuck with that. But honestly, his stats are pretty decent. It's just, yeah, we've got a bit of a, you know, not the brightest tool in the light bulb shed coming in right now, shall we say. But that's fine. We've had clever rulers before. Let's try someone who's a little bit more on the dull side. Maybe that'll work out. Also, was he always gay? Is that new? I'm not sure. Okay, so possibly the reason he's gone over to the seduction focus is he's not desperately impressed with the person I've got him married to because she's the wrong gender. Anyway, let's get time ticking along here. Yes, there is actually a small rebellion going on, but it looks like the actual Duchess of Munster can handle that by herself. No biggie whatsoever. I need to continue making preparations for the potential... Oh, yes. And I think some idiot decided to go and try and take Dublin. Dublin is well defended, you stupid bastards. I need to keep making preparations to potentially set up an empire. Now, I did realise, I went and checked this after last time, apparently, as I'm actually a king, or a queen rather, for the moment, all I can really get is level 2 stuff when I actually kind of commission the, the goldsmith or the weaponsmith or whatever to come around and make me something. So I've already got some level 2 armour. However, the sword, I can improve that. So we need to actually trash that and get someone new in to make myself a new fancy sword. Because, oh dear, right. Apparently Newton has failed me as Chancellor. Dear oh flipping dear. Yeah, I can get rid of the sword, and I've got a fair amount of money floating around right now. I'm just going to get up to 1,000 just in case. I think 500 is the most asked for. Useless. I'm going to be honest. Have we missed this? Okay, she's really not getting this whole celibate thing, is she? No. No, she is not. Oh, wait, it's not her seduction. Good. She's just stepping in to try and stop everyone else's seductions. Okay, that's good. That's more in character. Well done, Useless. So I can either go myself, which I feel like is not in character, or I can actually try and, stop the liaison. Yeah, I'm going to be a massive flipping killjoy. It's only -5 opinion for 3 years. It's not actually that much at all. So, excellent. At this point, not only have I sworn off sakes, I'm basically going to try and stop everyone else from having a good time too. Useless, you might be a bit of a killjoy. And more troops for the Munsterian Revolt. It does rather appear that, the forces of Munster have got this very much in hand. I don't need to offer to go and help her out. She is doing fun. Is it still Duchess Emma, by the way? And yes, it is. It's still Duchess Emma. She's only 39. She should probably still be around for some time yet. And a dirty secret. Just the other day, skulking as I often do. Apparently Queen Useless skulks on a regular basis. I caught Count Guthrit of Warwick and my courtier, in flagrante. Okay, you're a bit too interested. A little bit too interested in this affair, because this is the second time in like a couple of weeks you've come across them about to do it. So scandalous, they must actually be exposed, or flesh is weak, forgive and forget, or I smell profit. I'm going to say the flesh is weak. Alright, forgiveness. That's a thing in the Bible, I'm pretty sure. So flesh is weak, forgive and forget, move on. If they want to do it, they can do it. As long as they don't like do it on my throne, it's cool. It's also worth noting, by the way, that Denmark, assuming it survives the next few years, given, Sweden seems to be doing terrible, terrible things to both it and Norway right now, Denmark, we're in a very interesting place. So sure, Denmark has a queen right now, and I'm just basically a little token king who looks pretty and stands next to the throne, but Maredudd of Denmark, alright, he is of my dynasty, and that is a regular marriage, and Denmark is flipping primogeniture. So, right now, it's Connor Maredudson. Excellent. He is actually next in line to be the King of Denmark. So, I'm going to have someone of my dynasty be King of Denmark next time. And presumably, she can't last too much. Well, she's 37, but she's also a drunkard. And also, Sweden keep trying to murder her. So, I can't imagine she's going to be around for too much longer. we might have, yeah, another country with a member of my dynasty on the throne. And that would actually be, hang on, go over to the dynasty map right here. Yeah, look at that. Look at the Kurnow dynasty. Alright, very, very sexy indeed. And soon, that's going to include Denmark as well. So definitely something to keep an eye on there. If there happens to be a very, very strong King of Denmark, yeah, King of Denmark could actually be the next major acquisition for our empire. Very, very nice indeed. Now, here we go. We're up to 1,000 gold. So, this level 1 sword, we are just going to trash that thing. Get rid of that. Beautiful. So that is now gone. Time to get myself a new, fancier, bigger sword. Or not necessarily a sword. Though actually, I think a sword was the one that increased martial. And that's kind of the most important thing to me. So I feel like, yeah, I'd rather have martial up than personal combat skills up. Because, yeah, generally I just never allow my king or queen onto the front line. Because it's a very good way of getting killed. Or rather, it's a really random dice roll. Like, it doesn't seem to matter whether you win or lose. I think a comment mentioned this to me. Like, it doesn't really matter how well you do. Like, every time someone goes into battle, there's just a dice roll. They might die, they might not. So, even if, like, you know, the battle goes really well, they might die anyway. But, of course, you can offset that with personal combat skills. But still, it's not worth the flipping risk. And here we go. Let's search for a smith. A weaponsmith for a deadly weapon. Crack on with that. Hopefully he will be around in the not too distant future. And yes indeed, just a couple more marriages being arranged around here. Just, you know, make sure my dynasty keeps getting married. I'm just making sure, you know, everyone gets nice and married in the background. And yet another flipping holy order springs up. Okay, where are you guys? Do we know where you are exactly? And right now do you have... Wait. You just independent? In which case... Wait, why are you over... Ooh! Hang on, is that you over here? No, it's not. Possibly you've just naffed off over there to go and murder some people over there. That's entirely possible too. Fine, keep an eye on those lads. They're around now. Oop, Crusader Kings 2 has created one of those fun Crusader Kings events where someone's come to me to talk about themselves or something. So I heard about a madman who tried to blackmail Eleanor before my friend Eleanor came to ask me for help on behalf of Eleanor. Now, Eleanor isn't known for diplomacy, and desperate as she is, it's even more likely that Eleanor, one of the two of them, I'm not sure, would handle the situation with less tact than is needed. Don't worry, Eleanor. I shall help Eleanor somehow. Also, just to be clear, this is just some random woman who is over in Burgundy somewhere, or rather works for the Burgundians. I'm not actually sure I should be getting involved with this, but I'll just help you pay for it. I've got the money, alright? Whatever it costs, I'll help you sort it out, alright? Because I'm just nice like that. And, yeah, there we go. So, even though the Duchess actually is easily going to win this battle, she's just been killed. So we've got ourselves a new Duke or Duchess over in Munster. Do we know who that is exactly yet? And it is Duke... Oh, it's Duke Hector of Munster. Oh, that's nice. Though, yes, of course, the regent stepping in for the time being. And I assume, yes, that was actually her biological son. Fine, so things have just passed down nice and easy. This place is run under primogeniture rules. Nothing major at all. So, Munster's probably going to be a little bit on the weak side for a while, just because, yeah, there's a kid and a regent, and we don't know what the kid's going to turn out like. But, for the moment at least, yeah, okay, I don't like him... But, he's okay with me. Alright, this is fine for the time being. He probably won't represent any trouble. Though, keep an eye on him just in case. But yeah, what a perfect example of what I was just discussing earlier. Do not allow your leaders into battle. They will just get themselves killed, even if you're clearly winning the battle. And here we go. Beloved has apparently found an extremely good little weaponsmith. Excellent. In fact, ooh, hello, we've got ourselves a female weaponsmith here, who is a hunter. Very, very good indeed. Okay, we'll have a hunter. That's pretty nice. Yes, I would say that is fine. Bring that person into court, please. And just another morning when I wake up feeling as tired as when I went to bed, I should do something about my listless mind. Perhaps I need to spend some time alone. Okay. I could do some... Well, does that actually mean I start the seclusion event or not? Seclude myself in parameditation. Bah, I'll get over it eventually. Yeah, go on. I don't think I've ever actually been into hiding before. I shall go into hiding. Whatever that means exactly. Oh, that means you're technically regent now. Okay. Hiding means, yes, I'm so in hiding I can't give orders anymore, understandably. Though first, we've got to deal with this here weapon. So yes, indeed. A sword, more martial than other weapons. A lance, which is bonus to mounted troops, which is potentially boost martial as well. That's interesting. I mean, I do have some nice heavy cavalry retinues. Or axes, light foot troops as well as martial. Or crush enemies with a mace, so heavy foot troops. No, max out the martial, because just more troops is worth it. Just max out the number of troops. Let's just actually go for, as well as, yeah, monthly prestige. Okay, let's just go for a good sword. I like having a good old sword. Now, give me the price list, because I'm willing to pay anything up to 1,000 for this here sword, and... Did you actually... Oh! Well, that's good. You only actually went missing for, like, I don't know, a week or something. For newfound respect for the Hermits of Old, who were well known for, you know, just nipping into solitary isolation for 2.5 days and then coming back pretending they'd learnt something. Marvellous. So, apparently, I've gained 100 piety for that, so that was worth doing, I guess. Now, what do I actually have here? Still need 2 options. Best quality or something effective and expensive. 500 gold. Fine. Looks like there is no option to 1,000. Alright, fine. We will go for a high quality sword, which I'm going to assume is a level 2. So craft me the best quality sword you can, and if you want to, like, make one of my children brawny, that'd be spot on as well. You go right ahead. Ah, here we go. It's Brestle Conan on this occasion. So, what we can do is... Brestle Conan can actually pick up 1 stewardship, but I'd lose prestige. Or, I can slightly annoy Brestle Conan, but 5% chance of actually, yeah, something that presumably jumps up to level 3, which I wouldn't normally be able to get. Now, the chance of that's really insignificant, but... Brestle Conan. Honestly, +1 stewardship is not going to help you. Alright, because you're never going to be steward, and you're never going to actually be given any land. So, it's kind of pointless, really. Though, you could potentially make a very, very good spy master. That's certainly true. I should actually check whether... Who's the current spy master? Is it someone who's... It's someone who just needs to be there purely on grounds of, yeah, keeping them from revolting. Oh, the bloody troubles of actually having important vassals and all of that business. Yes. I think, well, do I really want to upset the person who's making the sword? I mean, it doesn't say there's, like, a chance that she's going to do a worse job because, like, she doesn't like that. Screw it. I'm just going to go for the safe option and say everybody likes each other, grateful, etc, etc, etc. Just in case there's a hidden negative downside to what's actually going on at the bottom there. And we've got ourselves a new request for a holy order. Prince Cat, who I think has only just come of... Yes, you must have literally just come of age. So you are... honestly not exactly that interesting, are you? No, I'm never going to do anything with you. I mean... I guess I could just keep you here to produce children. That's possible. You're technically listed as a prince. No. Sorry, you need to stay here to produce children. But thank you for flagging that you exist. That's very useful. No obvious claims I want to bring in, so you know what? You can just marry this attractive person. Let's just get some good quality genes and stats into the family. That'll do just fine. And meanwhile, we've also got another small peasant revolt. Why have we got so many of them at the minute? And also, where are you exactly? The... Rencium Peasant Revolt. Oh, blimey. Okay. I'm guessing what that means is that Cadot II has been doing a very, very bad job over there. So, disgruntled former soldier. They want independence, do they? Well, I'm not sure they can flipping have it. Oh, yes, of course. Cadot II's dead. Sorry, I forgot he was quite dead. So, yeah, you presumably are not doing a good job. By the way, you plan to get much involved with this because, yeah, it is your territory. Yeah, we got some troops that have risen up here. How much have you actually got that you can actually field? Probably enough, potentially. Okay. I will... I'm going to let this play out for the time being. Okay, because it looks like he's actually going to get involved by himself. And he's probably got enough troops to take out this small force. And once this small force has been taken out, then straight away after that... Yeah, he can then just go and clear out these guys. So, he can probably take care of this by himself. So that force is outnumbered, abso-flipping-lutely. But, once the rest of the forces all join in, and that should be 25th, 8th. Yeah, all of a sudden, now you are badly outnumbered. Absolutely flipping beautiful. There's a new woman arriving at the courts. Yep, this is all going to work just fine. Now you're up to, yeah, so 2,800 odd men. It's pretty even. It's pretty flipping even. So actually, quite frankly, if his troops want to just get themselves smashed, those aren't my vassal troops or anything. Those are his personal troops. So, yeah, he's more than welcome to flipping try. They can just basically weaken each other, bleed each other dry, cause us less trouble for me down the line. Ah, but, slight problem. The rebellion over here has continued. Probably because the kid can't really do much. Okay, we've got more and more trouble with rebellion here. Do I want to actually bother raising the troops? Oh, go on, I probably flipping do as well. I mean, technically this doesn't involve me. This is just a fight over who gets to actually, you know, control the Duchy of Munster. Let's have a little look-see. Ah! Small problem. This guy, not actually of my dynasty. This kid actually is. Right, okay. It's time to get involved in that case. You, I think I can offer to join your war. Yes, offer to join the war. Actually, before I join, just make sure you're not doing too badly in it. No, it's only 8% in favour right now, one way or the other. So there's no chance I'm going to join, immediately lose because it's already at like 99% and thus take a hit. So we should be okay in that regard. Except, no, we can't. You cannot join your vassals' wars except for crusades or jihads and for supporting their claims outside your realm. Ah! I'm literally not allowed to get involved in this, apparently. Okay, can I just declare war on this guy directly? And I'm going to guess no. Because I just can't, I guess. Fine, sorry. This one's kind of up to you. Apparently there's nothing I can do. Ah, this guy technically considers himself my vassal. They're both my vassals. So I could enforce realm peace. I think that would potentially do the job, wouldn't it? Although, honestly, this probably isn't a desperately good idea. Because it can only be used once every 10 years. And honestly, if it's someone not of my house there, it barely even matters. Okay. Leave it be. Just leave it be. It's fine. Meanwhile, over here, the forces of Brittany are running into a bit of trouble. As soon as they've been beaten back a bit, I will send my own troops in to go and intervene. What's going on in France, by the way? Who's decided to take out who over here? A Norman revolt? Well, la-di-da. Right, bring up the troops. How many of them do we need? Honestly, we don't need all of this. You guys stand down. In fact, all of you guys stand down. Just in case we need you later. So all of you guys go down there. Everyone else just, yeah, merge together in Devon. We've only got about 4,800. We shouldn't need a huge amount of ships to get you over there. Ah, yes, I forget. I haven't bothered investing in naval infrastructure. We'll use the boats from Brittany itself. Quick thought, though. So, Queen Useless. How much do we really want her to be around these days? Like, good old Newton, who is, yeah, you know, getting places slowly, potentially has, yes. Okay, you know what? I can't really blame him for having a lover, given he is gay and I got him married, and I don't think I actually, you know, checked or bothered acknowledging that. So, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have this guy be king sooner rather than later. Alright, that'd be lovely. Just before he, you know, gets any excessively bad traits, we could start putting Useless in the front line of the armies. Like, she's a competent commander. She's got High Marshal. And honestly, she's probably done about as much as she can do. Okay. I'm going to leave this to fate. Queen Useless shall be an amazing holy warrior, leading right up the flippin' centre, damn it. Right, deploy the boats to Brittany. We need to put down this bloody revolt. And, ooh, oh ho 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 ho, really awesome sword. I've received a beautiful new sword. Hang on, what's the sword like? A silver-hilted long sword. Personal combat skill up by 1, martial up by 2, and monthly prestige 0.5. That's actually really good. Like, the crown's only worth like 0.2, so that is a good little prestige increase right there. Okay, so we've got a bunch of quality 2 equipment across the board. in the treasury. We've got a ton of stuff ready to make. If King Newton is going to be the man, and yes, I think I decided I kind of like him occasionally pronouncing his name as Newton rather than Newton, then we can kind of, you know, do a bit of both, that's fine. Actually, speaking of which, why are you up there again? Why are you making friends with... I thought I sent you down over here. I could have sworn I sent you down over here. Why are you in Scotland? Well, Kent is currently still completely swimming in disease, so... okay, I suppose. Yeah. Improved diplomatic relations with Scotland. Crack on. Alright, troops have made it to Brittany. New weapon in hand and all of that business. Just get morale up to the top. And then, time to attack this person. This should be a nice, easy victory with... ooh! I've put all my heavy cavalry over on one side there. So, yeah, we can just basically chase them off. Oh, yeah. Nice and quick and easy. And, oh, took a bit of a knock on one flank, by the way. Dear, oh, dear. Possibly that was... oh, was that like all of my flipping cavalry? Was that why? 'Cause there was basically nothing there. Oh, flipping dear. And, sadly, Useless is not dead. No! My cavalry didn't take a flipping knock, it just rode in and smashed everything. And yes, indeed, Margaret, one of the many children of Connor, has passed away. Had one child herself, Rhiannon, who is currently, oh yes, married to an utterly magnificent Beard, who sadly also passed away. So, okay, she came back home after Beardy died, gotcha. Who, oh, done under suspicious circumstances. Right, maybe she didn't like the Beard. So, that revolt is pretty much done. My demands are going to be... I gain a tiny bit of prestige, he loses a bit of gold, you get imprisoned. Yeah, those are the conditions, bye. And the revolt is over, lovely. Let a day or two pass, and I should be able to just break apart this army. Yep, no retinues disbanded, everything else is fine. The retinue can, yeah, you know what, the retinues can enjoy a little holiday over here in actual Brittany. That will be fine. Actually, you know what? I like them being in Devon. I kind of feel like, you know, they're kind of blocking the way to Cornwall, which is quite good. So that's fine. And you guys have been a little bit on the battered side, so sorry about that. Now, I did have one thought as well. So Cornwall, which I just want to remain my capital because, you know, I'm Cornwall, so Cornwall ought to be my capital, even if it's not necessarily, you know, the absolute best way to play the game if you want to min-max or whatever. Cornwall produces a lot of troops. Like, a lot of troops. Like, yeah. Levy 2,500. Very, very good indeed. But there's this empty slot down here. I could just build a new castle. And I feel like that wouldn't be a bad thing to do. Like, yeah, that much money isn't even that much these days. Brand new castle. I can just run that myself. Let's actually get ourselves a brand new castle holding. I can just run that. Same as Tintgel. And then, as a result of that, we can just, yeah, do all of the cheap upgrades over there and make myself a very, very big old pile of troops. And also, I should probably, like, you know, invest in the hospital at some point, though. Oh, yeah, the hospital was really stupidly expensive. Yes, I remember this. Though, actually, are any of these worth bonus? Ah, a Pilgrim's Inn is worth prestige. Not even a terrible amount, 0.25. Except, oh, is that a month? Because sometimes when things say things in, like, this screen, it means per year rather than per month. But I'm going to assume that's by month, because that's not a ridiculous amount. Well, actually, it kind of is, given I think, like, the scepter's only, like, 0.2. I could just afford the soup kitchen. That would actually be worth piety, temple vast opinion, disease resistance. Oh, go on then. Fine, we will have a soup kitchen here as well. And King Magnus of Scotland, who is... oh! King Magnus of Scotland. Right. So, yeah, the time of the Colonel actually running Scotland has come to an end. I'm going to assume that your dad has, yes, died of great pox. Or so, as a result of that, we've actually got ourselves a Scottish king back in Scotland. But his wife has just died of bad case of flu. He's 24 and he's gay, gluttonous, trusting, gregarious, scholarly theologian. And he wants to weirdly marry just some random woman who's in my court, and I can't remember why she's here. But, oh, she's also gay. But, like, that doesn't really mean they've got something in common, though, oh, hang on. The game is saying that's true. The game is saying homosexual gives you attraction opinion plus 30. So, does that mean if you marry a gay man to a lesbian woman, they're actually more attracted? Well, I guess that does kind of make sense. Because then both of them can, like, get on with having their own private affairs, and both of them aren't... Ah, okay. Very clever. You know what? You two, have fun together. I think you'll have more fun together, or rather pretend to be together, but actually being with other people, than you would do just, like, getting married normally. So, go ahead, have fun. He's also currently winning a war to basically just steal all of Northumbria. So that's good. Go ahead, Scotland, help your flippin' self as far as I'm concerned. Meanwhile, over in technology, it's not the most sexy thing in the world, but... yeah, Legalism 4 doesn't do anything, but it brings us towards Legalism 5, at which point, potentially, I can do, yes, some fun stuff related to centralisation and obligations. Go on then, get Legalism up to 4, and... I could boost up my heavy infantry and light infantry to 3 or 4. That's, what's going on in Wessex? Fine, yes, boost up the heavy infantry, that's fine, but what has just gone on here? So, the Duke has declared a war to revoke Dorset. Okay, so he just basically wants Dorset back. Do you actually have spare? No. You only have a domain size of 1, because you suck at everything. And also, you're also... okay, why does everyone in the game go over to seduction focus? Why is this the most popular focus? And why are you rivals with Prince Arispo? You've got nothing to do with each other, but fine, whatever, I guess. Well, he's just sort of decided that he wants to have Dorset, even though he can't possibly control it. So possibly he wants to hand it over to somebody else. Meanwhile, over in Ireland, yeah... this guy, who is already married, already has an heir, yeah, this guy's totally going to be the new Duke of Munster. So, how do you feel about me? You know what? We're fine with each other, so that's a-okay. Wessex, meanwhile, should stay pretty much on the stable side. I stay out of all of this business. Brittany's fine for the time being. Yeah, you know what? You guys just get on with it. Doesn't really involve me. Now, there is rather worryingly, yeah, consumption just broke out in Chester. And there are a lot of prosperous territories around here. This could very, very easily start going wrong very quickly. And by the way, who's winning this little skirmish? Looks like... yeah, should be the Duke of Wessex, pretty handily. Oh, but... no, hang on, that's reinforcements for him. Yeah, should be fine. England is looking completely flipping screwed. England is... oh, no. Oh, England, you poor bastards. What are you even planning to do at this point? Oh, flip, the Templars have actually decided to attack England because they made the stupid decision to get themselves... wait, hang on. Weren't they supposed to be reconciled at the moment where I won my excommunication war? I could have sworn that was a thing that was supposed to happen, but alright, fine. I don't care. Continue dogpiling on this weird England-shaped thing. And yeah, Scotland doing very, very well indeed. And honestly, I don't see a way back for England against Scotland. They're going to lose Northumbria to Scotland and it's going to be beautiful. Except, wait, hang on. What just happened down south? Wessex just lost? Okay, I think Wessex just somehow lost. But if you guys just all, you know, bring these forces together, you should significantly outnumber the forces of Dorset. You should be absolutely a-okay. Uh-oh, we have a problem. So, remember how I basically declared Newton the next king? Catastrophes come of age. And Catastrophe appears to be Midas-touched, shrewd, diligent, ambitious, and patient, and is also a little bit younger than... right, Newton? This is awkward. This is very awkward. Ah, right. He actually, he actually had an intervention with Ailua, or rather, Ailua intervened and gave him the ambitious trait in return for becoming a rival. Now, this is much better, isn't it? 10, 15, 23, 12, and 12. That is flipping Connor level stats right there. Okay. I mean, next to, 10 versus 11... 15 versus 16, but bear in mind, this guy's had, like, you know, a couple of years, and he actually had the... he had the martial education. 10 versus 23, 8 versus 12. Ooh, 4 versus 12. And doesn't have dull, has shrewd instead. doesn't have homosexual and has Midas touched, so fertility up rather than flipping down. Oh, flip me. Right, we've got to change this around a little bit. Oh no. Right, Newton, I am so sorry, but you will make an excellent commander. Now, the real problem is, I actually need to take his vote off him, otherwise he's going to keep voting for... Actually, it doesn't matter if he votes for himself. It kind of matters if he votes for himself. I need to... Yeah. Oh, I feel bad. Right, okay. So. This kid is not going to like me. Okay, before we deal with that, we may have got a little bit ahead of ourselves there. I didn't realise that Catastrophe was going to turn out to be flipping amazing. Yeah, we've got this guy. Now, no one's going to object to me actually executing him. I've got a valid reason. It's 20 piety. I can't sell him to anyone. He is a traitor. Council's 100% fine with it. Yeah. Bye. So, actually, that's the first public execution we've done in a while. Alright, we generally don't do that business. Oh, we've got other problems. So, it would appear that, yes, what's gone on here is the Count of Wessex, hang on. The Count of Wessex, who, as a reminder, holds all this territory, he's decided to farm out Gwent and presumably manage Dorset personally. Which unfortunately means that Count Wiglaf of Gwent is actually a count within the de jure territory of Cornwall, or Wales as I've renamed it to Cornwall, and thus gets a vote. Right. Problem. I need to take... Perfect World, I need to take Gwent back and need to take that back. These guys are weak right now, but to do with them not hating me, I just need to get you. Okay, I'm going to change my vote. Okay, I'm going to change my vote. And I'm also just going to make sure there's no, like, other amazing kids about to just come through. No, no one else looks anywhere near as promising as Catastrophe did. I think we should be okay. So, I'm changing my vote to Catastrophe. Okay, so I vote that way. Newton's obviously going to vote for himself. Count Wiglaf, who's... Well, I don't know why Count Wiglaf's going to vote one way or another, to be honest. But, if I actually, yeah, take territory away from Newton and give it to Catastrophe, together with giving him a whole bunch of other stuff, I mean, people will change over because he's better, right? I mean, my vassals will act in a sensible, reasonable, rational... Oh, no. How many troops do you have? Because I do not want to have trouble with you, okay? I have literally no reason to want trouble with you, but I don't want to give up any more of my territory. I've given up quite a flipping enough already. Okay, before we do anything, let's get Catastrophe married. And, ooh, is that a Princess of Scotland? Oh, she's 35, though. Quick. Grey Eminence, fertility up, even though she's... This is interesting. Princess of Scotland jumps right to the flipping top, and she's actually got a claim on Scotland. An inheritable claim on Scotland. That's very much of interest, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is. Who are you exactly? You're one of the daughters of King Colin the Usurper. Right. And you were originally married to this guy who, presumably, yes, died only a few months ago. Now, having the ability to basically, yeah, lock down Scotland, that is arguably the most useful thing. Plus, you're good. You come with Quick. Quick is amazing. Even though you're 35, there's another 10 years of children we can get out of you. Plus, fertility on both sides, and when she does die, because she'll likely die first, then as a result of that, I can actually get Catastrophe remarried, and at that point he'll be king, maybe even emperor. So him actually likely becoming available again in future is not the worst thing in the world. We do, however, have the problem that she already has... Oh, blimey. She's actually got... She's actually got a daughter older than the guy I'm about to marry her to. Yeah, she's got a lot of children. And those children are presumably going to... Those children are potentially going to inherit the claims. ahead of the... Ooh. Right. Right, and right. On succession, strong claims are only given to children who are second or third in line. Okay. So right now, she's got 2 sons. Now that means if she has another son with me, he is second or third. So, that's fine. These children might have to have a little accident, actually. Right, by any chance is there like a less messy option floating around somewhere? No, there's not. Okay. I'm going to do this. And we don't lose prestige for that. This could be a good match. This could be a very good match. Okay, it's going to be fine. Alright? Older women, experienced. She can teach you things, Catastrophe. It's going to be great. Now, just make absolutely sure that marriage goes through before we make any other changes to the realm. And there we go. That's been sorted out. Now, presumably, yes, she has now arrived at the court. Now, if I need all her male children to have an accident, who potentially is on board with helping those children have... Ooh, 51% already. And, okay, a bishop is on board. Excellent. And a lot of people... Oh, yes. Okay. We can very, very easily make this happen. Gotcha. Including the Queen of Scotland is on board. Excellent. Well, I'm thrilled. Yeah, everyone is totally willing to accept a bit of money to make these children have a couple of accidents. So this is good. And apparently the Duke of Galloway is most able to affect this, even though I guess like maybe that's where the children are supposed to like be or something. And yeah, the court physician of... She's not actually in Scotland. Maybe the children are still in Scotland. Maybe that's why it's like it is. Right, okay. You guys, you can be invited straight away. That should get us straight up to, yeah, 75-odd%. But if I just send you a little gift... How much? Yes, 67 gold. Fine. Now invite you. Now you're 100% on board. Lovely. And another 22% off the doctor. She's got to be easy to bribe. Yeah, 15 gold will get you on board. So we'll just get you there as well. Who else would potentially be able to... Oh, you're just a mayor. You're probably going to be cheap to bribe. Yeah, 43 gold. Screw it. Get you on board as well. Beautiful. So, we're all agreed we're murdering the baby. An intriguing scheme. I believe I will indeed back your plot. Excellent. Let's just kill all of these babies. We just need all of her male children to die. Excellent. This is not the worst thing I've ever done, but you know, it's pretty bad. 164% plot power. That should be a-okay. Now the target, where's he? Ah, he is still up there. Fine. So if that's where he's located right now, then I just need to deploy my spy master to help out. Build a spy network over here, if you'd be so kind. Thank you. That should help out with the plot there. Yes, up to 168%. So, your male sons can just be taken out nice and quick, and hopefully, yes, this should put down the Dorset question once and for all. He can actually reclaim Dorset. Right. While that's happening... It's now, yeah, it's time. It is time for us to actually take this territory back off you. I'm so sorry. I genuinely am. So, yeah, that needs to actually be pulled off you. He's going to be so angry at me. Actually, if he gets angry at me, he might plot to assassinate me. Okay, this could work. Yes. Yes. If he decides to try and assassinate me, that could just be flipping perfect. So, yes, okay, let's just get you down to as low as you can go. I mean, you're already terrible at the job, so yeah, I can just bring Berta back on. He's another loyalist, that's great. Right, so you've just been fired from the council as well. Slowly, actually, still 100. Excellent. Right, so we've taken your honorary title off you. We've taken everything else off you. You are, yes. You know what? You can keep having an affair with that guy. That's fine. Who is the... Where's he even located? You know what? I'm doing you a favour. I am giving you, like, loads of free time to go and hang out in Dorset with, like, your monk friend. So, you should really be thanking me for this. And yes, indeed, I'm going to revoke his title immediately. Yes, and he's going to say yes to that. Good. He is not going to resist. And, oh, bribed a hunter taking Patrick on a trip into the woods. Excellent. So, come on. Give it up without a fight. You said yes. The thing said yes. And what is this? Truces are expiring. Excellent. It grieves me deeply. How deeply does it really grieve you? And by any chance, could I also take this guy off? No, I need to actually take it off this guy. Am I allowed to revoke the title of? No. I don't have the right to revoke the title of Gwent. Because it's not mine to revoke anymore. He's given it to someone else, so okay, fascinating. This is all very, very interesting indeed. So yeah, I can't do anything there. All I could do would be try and get it back by, yeah, giving him a different title, marriage, etc, etc, etc. By inheritance, I might be able to inherit it back out of that guy's hands, but... Okay, now which truce is expiring? Ah! The King of... Wait, the King of Kent? We had a truce? Did we have a truce? I didn't know we had a truce. Well, apparently we've got a non-aggression pact through marriage. I'm not quite sure why that would expire, but whatever. Ah, problem number 2. Consumption has actually broken out in Chester. I'm not sure I actually, you know, want to hand over territory right here, right now. Because it might kill Catastrophe. Right, Catastrophe. I love you, and we can start getting you set up immediately. Okay, it's all fine, but we need to, yeah, make sure you don't die. And Catastrophe is... Ah, Catastrophe is apparently my heir. Excellent. Was there a pop-up? I thought there was supposed to be a pop-up for that sort of thing. Right, you can have an honorary title right now, and you can have this one, because it actually gives you... Yes, that gives you the highest amount of prestige going. Monthly prestige 1.8 is... Actually, Cupbearer is just as good. But, yeah, introduces slight security problems. So this guy does like me. Opinion up. That is opinion plus 10. Monthly salary, screw it. Give him that. That's all absolutely fine. And, yeah, get him on the council. He's really good right now. In fact, he's really good at lots of things. I could have... Ooh. This guy's going to cause trouble if I kick him off the council. And he's not really good at anything else. Okay, hang on. Who's the advisor on the council right now? Ah, yes, of course. That's the Wessex lad. And the Wessex lad is... Actually, the Wessex lad could be Spy Master. Except I think he refused to be Spy Master at some point, and I wasn't quite sure why. Yeah, he just doesn't show up as an option. He does not want to be Spy Master. But Catastrophe is literally the most qualified person in the entire realm to actually be, yeah, the steward right now. He'd be absolutely incredible. But he would also make a perfectly competent marshal. Now, Beloved the Strong, is there anything else you could do? You could, in theory, make a decent enough Chancellor. Okay, that's probably a good balance. So yes, you become Chancellor, kicking out Berta, who doesn't actually matter. Berta just became Marshal, which feels odd, but okay. And Catastrophe picks up the role of Marshal. Okay, he'll be a loyalist. He already flippin' loves me, and I love him too. He is amazing. And yeah, you can just basically get on with training some troops in Cornwall, because we do actually have a new castle coming in at some point as well. And yeah, for the time being, keep Catastrophe, Son of Disaster, nice and safe inside my court. I do not want him. There we go. The game officially confirms it. Now, how are the votes going at the minute? It's one every way. Because, yeah, right now, I've literally just taken the vote away from the last guy. So Newton doesn't have a vote anymore. So therefore, the vote slips away from him. I take my vote away from him too. I'm voting for Catastrophe. Wessex is voting for Beloved. Beloved doesn't get a vote for no well-explained reason. And the guy in Gwent votes for... He keeps voting for Newton. Because he just does. Now, the problem is... I'm kind of outvoted in waiting right now. If these guys, any of them, any of these three, decide to vote in the same direction, I become outvoted. I need to, yeah, have them change their minds and change their vote to catastrophe. Just one person. If one person reliably changes the vote, that is fine. Still, that's okay for now. Time to figure out, yeah, what is going to go on next with... Oh, hang on, that is... Wait, who's battering who right now? Was that the Templars beating up... Templars beating up... I don't even know. Why are the Yorkists and the Templars beating each other up? And additional funds from my Spy Master. Okay. 58 gold. I see no reason why not, unless he's plotting against me. If he is, honestly, it's not the worst thing. Oh, right. Oh, right. Alright, why exactly did we... Oh, bloody hell. Right, the assassins had pangs of conscience because, oh, it's an innocent child that I was told to protect. Wah, wah, wah. Right, try again. Keep attempting to murder until murdered. And right now, yes, it appears that a rebel Yorkist army is attacking a Yorkist army in Middlesex. And England's just like chilling out, being like, gosh, what the hell? Could you not have done this in York? And uh-oh. What's going on? Exactly. Duke Beloved the Strong has declared Duke Beloved the Strong's war to revoke Chester. You literally fought a war to put him there. Well, I could have warned him that this guy was plotting against him. Fine, I'm guessing what's going on here is, yeah, they actually hate each other because Beloved finally figured out that guy was trying to plot to take over all of Mercia. So, as a result of that, he is going to basically be smushed. That's going to be fine. There's no way that you can... Oh, unless... Wait, that's Wessex busy with Dorset. Oh, okay. If everybody could stop just whacking each other with sticks for one flipping moment. And yes, indeed, poor Count Hector has indeed managed to... Wait. Count Hector still actually apparently owns the county. This guy was just after the duchy. So you own... What do you actually own? Ah, yes, you've got Ormond and you now own the whole duchy as well. Well, I suppose that's technically reasonable. And this guy also, he's going to want to be on the council, isn't he? Well, you can't be, okay? There's too many cocking dukes. Here's what I can do. I can give you an honorary title. Have fun having an honorary title. One of the ones that, like, can't kill me. Look, here's some swans. Just, like, feed them bread once a day. Boom, job done. Now, the question is this guy going to actually get killed? Because I'd rather he didn't. Am I allowed to maybe get that guy out? Revoke title, give artifact in prison, arrange marriage. No. I don't see a way to... Okay, what if I offer to buy this guy out? And again, I don't think I can. It's just not really my business. This is actually vassals versus vassals, so doesn't really affect me in the slightest. Now, big troops coming in here. If there's going to be a problem, this guy just keeps basically... Oh, well, once these reinforcements get there, that should be fine. Dorset's been driven north into Wales again. Brittany's nice and calm at the bare flipping minimum. Bloody hell. And sometimes it's easier to lie than to hurt people with the truth. Honesty can hurt. Ah, I assume I've just got too many traits, so I've lost honest. Honestly, honest isn't spectacular, so I'm more or less fine with that. Now, are you going to execute that guy? Or are you actually going to let him go? Because I'd like you to just let him go, please. Do not execute him. And, hello, that's the Holy Roman Empire that wants to chat. And you would apparently like to marry Canny, the... Oh. Well, that's interesting. Because, yeah, you are actually going to be with your parents there and your sibling Rio. Wait, hang on, I thought you were... If you're the child of disappointment... Wait, no, child of... Okay, possibly the family tree's starting to get a bit on the confusing side. Honestly, she's not actually got any claims I need to worry about. She's dull, so she's got a weirdly high martial. Probably because I gave her a really good martial education. Yeah, brave as well, and ambitious. So, could be an excellent shield maiden right here. And yeah, actually, her grandfather was the King of Norway. Very, very nice indeed. Her sibling is Rio, also the child of disappointment, of course. Disappointment, who was, yes, married to Princess Haldora of Norway. Now, you are potentially in line to inherit some good stuff there, aren't you? Yes, you are. Because you have actually got a weak claim on the Kingdom of Norway that's going to go to your successor. And right now, your successor is presumably her. Now, honestly, Kingdom of Norway, am I that fussed if that claim actually leaves my dynasty and goes over there? I'd rather it stayed, to be honest. Yeah, screw it, I'm going to decline. I'm going to decline, and thank you for the reminder. I'm going to get her hitched to someone myself. Matrilineal marriage means I'll probably be limited in what I can do just to internal, but that's absolutely fine. So yeah, let's just arrange a marriage internally here. Who are your options internally? Ideally someone who's, not exactly spectacular. No. In fact, basically, wait, where are all the people of my flipping dynasty? Ah, they're all too flipping young for the time being. Well, let's get you betrothed to Arnold. Okay, he's going to be fine. Twin, fussy, playful, already brave, so not looking terrible, to be honest. Yeah, we'll just get you two betrothed and we'll see how that works out for you. You are... I'm pretty confident you're not that closely related. I think you're fine. Oh, and we're trying the old take the child into the woods thing again. Please tell me we've bribed a different hunter, because the last one did not work out. Oh, and another region's just gone independent. It would appear that, yes, Northumberland has just become an independent little nation. I was expecting it to fall to Scotland, but whatever. And, yes indeed. Oh, flip. So, he's dead, but now, unfortunately, the hunter got drunk and told everyone about the plot. So, I'm gonna work under the assumption, yeah, murdered on the orders of Queen Useless. Does that officially make me, yeah, known murderer? Right. That's only -10, actually. That's broadly fine. That's okay. Now, bit of a problem. Do you have an issue with that? And the answer is... No, just for being a known murderer. You probably, yes, you mind more. And you actually have intrigue of 15. Now, this works perfectly. Right, what I need to do is have someone completely incompetent as my spy master. Oh, job flipping done. Right, now we just wait for her to murder me. And then Catastrophe takes over. Everyone goes, yay, Catastrophe! The husband of the poor wronged woman. He shall be king and he shall put everything to rights. Oh, useless. You've accidentally come up with a genius plan here. But one more thing first. Yes, the other son, Ewan. We need all her male children from her previous marriage taken care of. So, start just plotting to kill him as well, please. He's only 7. How hard can it flipping be? Oh, that's already at 78% because, yeah, my spy master has already been building some good contacts over there. Now, who wants in on this? Oh, less people. The Queen still wants it. She's cool with this business. Most people, weirdly, not. Opinion of Ewan, opinion... Ah, possibly their opinion of me dropped because, yeah, I'm a known murderer. So, weirdly, they'd have been happy to join me in a murder plot if they didn't know I was a murderer. But now they know I'm a murderer, like, joining a murder plot is not something they want to do because of the murder situation. But then again, I suppose that makes sense because, like, you know, I was exposed in the first one, so they don't want to get involved in my murder plots in the future because there's a chance they get exposed to... Ah, that kind of makes sense. Right, 78% plot power already, and these people should actually all come on board. Up to 94, up to 113, lovely, and 2 more people yet to join as well. Fine, that should be enough to kill the kid, and there we go. And also, my mouth reeks of what's going on in the background. Ethelred presents a strange concoction to me. He places a peg on my nose and forces me to drink the vile concoction while mumbling something that this will help keep the forces that lurk in... Oh... Okay, just before I click this button, how much was he? Right, he's a lunatic and is suffering from great pox, is craven, I hate this guy, and he's depressed, and wrathful, greedy, scarred, and I actually did kick him out of his... I'm about to die, aren't I? Place bets now whether I'm literally about to die the moment I push this button, and... No, I just got bad breath. That's not as bad, but actually I kind of would have preferred you to actually, like, have killed me with poison. Why did I just drink the random thing? That's interesting. Also, I'm quite frankly amazed that the child is allowed to just be taken out on a hunting trip. Because, yeah, it was less than a year ago, her last son was taken out on a hunting trip and murdered. Now she's totally happy, not suspicious at all if, yeah, her next son gets taken out on one. So that's good. That's just marvellous. And, oh, hello, are you? Oh, no, sorry, that's the last one. That's the last one. It's Ewan that needs to die. And, oh, we're ready to, oh, flip, we're ready to rank up. Oh, flip, I could become the flipping Conversus. Oh, flip me. And then I'll be approached by someone who allows me to become more diligent. I'm already pretty diligent, to be honest. I'm going to hold off for now. I'm going to hold off because the best thing I can do is actually, okay, use my abilities to improve Catastrophe. Catastrophe can be made better yet. Alright, amazingly he can. He's got Diligent, and he's got Patient, and he's got no vices. Okay, Diligent and Patience. But I have got Humble, Diligent, Charitable, and Temperate. Now, Temperate's pretty damn good. That's a nice one. Humble's kind of garbage. And Charitable is easy to get if you go down the route where you actually can just donate money to get Charitable. So, honestly, it's kind of garbage, even though it's really good, just because it's so easy to get. But yeah, we may as well try and teach him a virtue. We can just try and do that right now. I mean, I'm just impressed. Lewitt did an amazing job training this guy. Just an absolutely flipping incredible job. So just well done. So yeah, let's just do that right now. So, why can I not... Hang on. Why can I not actually give you some spiritual guidance or whatever? Ah, yes, of course, he needs to be landed first. Sorry, I forgot that was a criteria. So I do need to give him some land before I can teach him the virtue, which will hopefully be... Oh, I don't know. You know what, there's not a great selection, but I may as well make him a bit more. I can definitely boost his diplomacy, which will help with people not wanting to kill him. So yeah, just hold off for the time being. Do not rank up. Save up the devotion, because I can use that to basically, yeah, just help out all my different people. And, okay, for the last time, I am not marrying into Norway. Have you seen the state of Norway right now? It's a flipping nightmare. And Ewan has never actually come home. And apparently, yes, the hunter will keep quiet about the ghastly deeds. His mother will never suspect a thing when a second son dies under the exact same suspicious circumstances. Oh, and apparently an ambition's just become unlocked. I haven't been able to choose an ambition for bloody ages and see the realm prosper, peace for 5 years. I'm gonna be honest. That's probably not going to happen, but I will give it a go. If only because it just lowers the actual global revolt risk, so go on, why not? Oh, flip, this is good news. Wait, why did I say flip? It's really good news. As the days drag on, seemingly never-ending, you can barely keep your eyes open. You seem to have no energy at all. Fatigue. Okay, that is health down. And I believe, actually, as we enter June of 1194... Right. Cancer. So, this might all work out. This might all work out fine. Alright? Queen Useless the Holy has been a wonderful, wonderful queen. She's done so much, but she has laid the groundwork. It's time to pass on the reins. Okay? Let's see what goes on here. By the way, how good is my... Wait, are you even my doctor? Yes, yes you are. You're the weird dwarf that we got out of the forest. I remember you. Right, if she's dying, we need to start doing some stuff quickly. Now, what is going to be... Yeah, this territory is pretty safe. I don't want to give away this territory up here. But Catastrophe at this point is almost guaranteed to become king. Unless there's like a ridiculous last-minute jump in a different direction. So, I could just give him a safe bit of Wales over here. And then, of course, it will just re-enter my personal domain when he becomes king. So that's fine. Okay, his prestige is already at 232 at the age of 17. Going up 6.4 a month. That's good, but we can do better. So, grant him the landed title of, yeah, right down there. South Wales will do just flipping beautifully. So, he's been granted that. Please, please, for the love of God, just for once, do not go straight over to seduction. Go over to something else. Please, I'm begging you. And there we go. And to rid me of the ailments, he ordered me to sleep hanging upside down for a couple of days. It will rebalance you. You feel like a bat. I'm not sure. Good. I'm receiving terrible treatment. This is marvellously good news. Right. Now I should be able to actually sort out... Yeah, now you're actually landed. Hang on. Where's the option? Teach a virtue. He is landed. And... Okay, what's the problem here? is not a commander. Oh, sorry, I need to technically decommander myself. Fine, I guess. Good. Take that position off me. And in which case, now can I teach you? Now I can teach him a virtue. Excellent. So, what we've got here is 33% chance of temperate, 33% chance of charitable, 33% chance of humble. Honestly, any of the above is fine. Temperate's probably the most desirable. Do it, please. And what's he got? What's he picked up? And that was humble. Arguably, that was the worst one. That's a bit of a shame, but piety up doesn't hurt, and it's pretty easy to get charitable, so... but then you'd have to be part of the... Actually, you could very briefly join one of the societies just to become... Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, that could be a plan right there. I can get him some more virtues. Bit of a shame, I would have liked temperate, and sadly, I think you can only actually teach him one virtue. Now, as for Eustace herself, right now, I think she's getting... Yeah, she's getting bonus health off theology. I don't think we need any of that. No, 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 no. Let's go straight over to rulership, alright? Time and effort trying to rule well, because she's already stressed. Let's see if we can just stress her out a little bit further. Marvellous. And though you can't put your finger quite on what's wrong, you don't feel right. Well, yes. It's probably the cancer that your doctor has warned you about. Remember the thing you were hanging upside down for? And once again, more treatments follow. Please do a terrible job. Come on, let's have an absolutely flipping terrible job here. So stop worrying. Start delegating tasks. Darn, that was apparently a decent treatment to cancer. Just don't worry about it. Chill out. Maybe just do a little bit less. I walk into the office of my spy master and find him carving huge sharp stakes which tell... What? Okay, brings down any intruder that dares to trespass. Enthusiastic smile gives me an eerie feeling. Alright, suspected impaler. Interesting. All this nonsense has to stop. You know what? I think we can have plenty of sharp stakes everywhere. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely a-okay. If I accidentally fall on one, good. And please, please, just tell me what's going on. Oh, I've got chest pains. Yeah, it's getting worse. The situation is definitely getting worse. And, oh, flip, he's not gone over to seduction. Oh, catastrophe. You truly are the flipping chosen one. And I have the option to seek a treatment for my illness. No, I think I'm good, actually. I think I'm fine. I am just going to pray to God and hope that he delivers me. Alright, that is Eustace's plan right now. Though actually, oh, hang on. How's the city getting on? Oh my, the city's only 3 days away. Oh, flip. Well, castle, sorry. Oh, wow. We've actually got ourselves a new castle. I think we're gonna... Can we rename that? Yes! I think we should simply just name this castle Useless. I think this shall just be the Castle of Useless from now on. There will just be, yep, the Barony of Useless chilling out inside this territory from now on. And that is just going to provide a whole bunch of, you know, troops. Right now it's providing, yeah, levy of 500, which is really, really nice indeed. So we can just basically start improving this place nice and fast. Absolutely flipping lovely. So, yeah, keep up and... Castle walls up. Yeah, that's fine. So tax income up a tiny bit. Fort level up a little bit. Yeah, that's really cheap. Get working on some basic walls. So we'll just kind of crack on with that right now. And yeah, that's just really nice. In fact, actually, you know what? Who is actually... Yes. So you, my good man, Michael of Brittany, I would like you to help out with the construction, if you'd be so kind. Get it done faster and get it done better. Alright, and we're going to have a second castle full of troops in Cornwall. And we've got it confirmed. We do actually have cancer. So, fertility and health, well down. And I believe also, yes, I have stress as well as cancer. And what are we going to do here? My life is in your hands as long as you know what you're doing. No. I am going to accept this. Alright? Because... Useless knows what's happened to previous kings and queens, alright? Conan had his flipping face chopped off, and it didn't even help him afterwards. He died pretty much straight afterwards, okay? People have lost eyes in an attempt to sort out dysentery. She is simply going to, yeah, you know what? No, we do not put our faith there. What we do instead is we put our faith in God. It is time to do our final penance. Useless's final penance. She is going to make her peace with God. What have happened to little Hector, by the way? Oh, blimey. Hector is still just in prison. He's been in prison for some time at this exact moment in time. Yes, and Beloved is just taking over territory around Chester. Meanwhile, yes, Count Alar is just dealing with this over here. So these two are just smacking each other in the face for no well-explained reason. And at some point, Wessex will finally bloody deal with Dorset. That's been going on for bloody ages, that war. And here we go. Useless entered a dreamlike state. There was nothing but holy words passing through my lips. They rang true as the sweetest music. You know what? I like this. I like that this is how Eustace's life is going to come to an end. She was a woman of God. She is Queen Eustace the Holy. She is going to leave her mark by, reinforcing the armies of Cornwall by providing a brand new castle that we can just upgrade, which is just absolutely beautiful. And she is going to put her faith in God at the very end of her life. And also I've got a mad spy master who is basically trying to sell me blessed water. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to buy that expensive water. Boom. And very, very interesting indeed, Catastrophe's already picked up Zealous. Not the best trait, but far from the worst. Alright, that's alright. Martial +2 at a cost of, opposite trait opinion and other faith opinion. Honestly, that's pretty damn solid. That is not a bad thing to have picked up first thing. In fact, let's speed this up, because I hold the duchy he's currently in. So yeah, grant him another title. I've totally got myself the... Yes, here we go. This duchy right here. Now, that has got to be worth a fair bit of prestige to him as well. So give him the duchy, because once again, it'll come straight back to me. Yeah, there we go. That's up to +8 monthly prestige. Now, 8 monthly prestige is good, because that's about, give or take, 100 prestige a year. So 1,000 prestige over 10 years, so if he just basically lives to like 90, that's 8,000 that we need for the Empire right there. He's not going to live that long, but when he becomes king, he'll also pick up a whole bunch of exciting stuff like the crowns and the scepter and the swords and all the other stuff we've prepared and all the holy relics. We've got a bunch of holy relics in the treasury. He'll get them as well. He'll get himself a whole bunch of new stuff in terms of duchies. We can have constant feasts, constant summer fairs, constant everything. A grand tournament. We'll do a grand tournament immediately. It'll be beautiful. Today has been a day of new insights and revelations. In my seclusion, I've had plenty of time to think about my actions, my life, and my place in this world. Things I'd never thought about suddenly became so clear. Now, if you remember, just after Eustace became queen, she had a crisis of mortality. She started sending out her flipping marshal around the world trying to find the bloody fountain of youth. But now she's come to terms with it. She's at peace. She is a woman of God, and this, I think, is, this is good. I think she's happy. I think this is how Eustace would want to spend her final days. I think she's actually at peace. And I think this is... next to being chopped up and accidentally murdered by a doctor under some stupid experimental treatments, this feels like a very nice way for her to just see out the last days of her life. There is a bountiful well of wisdom in the Bible. Today I've uncovered new meanings in several passages which I've previously never given much thought to. I shall take these lessons to heart and carry them with me no matter where life takes me. Mark my words, the Bible is truly a book of wonders. She is having a remarkably smooth penance so far. Like, I think it is because she is so at peace with what's about to happen, with what is actually occurring right now. And, okay, it's fine. That's Disappointment, the son of Dunban. It's okay, he wasn't important. Okay, but we've got one more thing to deal with first, unfortunately, in the very twilight years of Eustace's life, which is, my spy master, the flipping Duke of the Unpronounceable Duchy. He's clearly gone, well, he was already mad. He was already a pox-riddled lunatic. And at this point, so right now, he's tried to declare an entire building sacred ground. So, either I can just bribe this, no. I think it's time for him to go away. So, he is going to be imprisoned, and he is going to no longer be Spy Master. Probably a good idea, actually. We've got plenty of better Spy Masters floating around, so off you pop. Okay, so you can just go in prison. Are you cool with me, bot? Yeah, you're absolutely 100% cool with me. Probably you knew he was pretty bloody mad as well. And we would like to get rid of him. Perfect world. But I'm not willing to actually execute him. So, into the oubliette he goes. And, yes, my son, Bressil Conan, the Prince of Cornwall, would actually make an excellent quality spy master. It is one thing he's very good at, and he'd be a loyalist as well. Spot on. Get back over to Constantinople, by the way. Keep spying on them. Ooh, the council is not quite as friendly as it once was. No, I swear the council used to be friendlier than that. Right, well, I think we just need to, yeah, buy a couple of their favours for the time being. Buy a favour for... Oh. Okay. Right. And will not accept the offer. Will anyone accept the offer? I'd like to buy some favours. I kind of need... Okay, that's... Oh, 200. Right, that's a bit on the expensive side. Yeah, I wouldn't have minded trying to just sneak in. Oh. Uh-oh. This is not good. Right, so... Right now, the Wessex lad is still supporting Beloved. And, unfortunately... Yes, the actual Duke of Unpronounceable and the Count of Gwent... They're now both backing Disaster. Why would you back this? Why? Why this guy? Don't do that. He's a flipping legitimized, deceitful bastard. And he's like 50... Oh, Tanistry does kind of, yeah, generally go for the older people. Okay. It's fine. We still have the votes. Okay, we still have the votes. I'd love to sneak through one more law change before... Oh, hang on. Am I not actually able to... No, actually, not for another flipping year and a couple of months anyway, so I'm not sure we're going to be making it that far. Instead, spend the money on, yeah, just actually improving this place as far as possible. And apparently my penance has gone so well, the Conversus himself has got in touch to say, hey, you're done. Well done. Very nice. And that actually gets me... Oh, flip. I could level up. I could be the Conversus. Sure, why not? I mean, why not die as literally the Conversus of the Benedictine Order? Go on, then. And yes, indeed, has led me to the rule of St. Benedict. And so I just gained honest again. I lost that a while ago, but alright, fine, whatever. Ah, I'm not technically running the place, but I have just become the heir. Now, this guy he's 56. I'm 58. Is he by any chance dying? No, he's infirm, but he's not actually dying. Also, slightly unexpected thing going on here, so that's all fine, I don't care about that. Catastrophe wants to kill Princess Iluit. Okay, you have to stop that. Alright, that is a no-no. Yeah, they've really got very little to do with each other, to be honest. So, Catastrophe, the grandson of Conor the Seducer, obviously originally from the line of Conan III of Cornwall, compared to, yeah, Iluit, who is... over here, granddaughter of Iliad the Hunter and daughter of King Hector. What have you two got against... Oh, wait, hang on. I know exactly what you two have got against each other. Rivals. You are a very, very good teacher. And that means you have repeatedly been passing on the ambitious trait to all of these people. But the intervention ambitious means they all hate you. Right, well that's very noble of you. You've basically painted a giant target on your back to actually make all those people ambitious, which is a great trait. So, okay, I will protect you if I can, because, well done. You are really making sacrifices for your country. Oh, and this is looking good. So, finally, Breton culture is starting to spread. Very, very nice indeed. Gwyneth is now up to, yeah, Breton. So, we're starting to make some good progress here. Admittedly, I'm not quite sure why it spread there first of all places, but okay. And meanwhile, Wessex has got a revolt on its hands, which it looks like the revolt might win. The revolt is just to increase council power. So, fair enough. You guys crack on. Not my business. And oh, there it is. There it flipping is. So, Useless has passed away peacefully of cancer. And, yeah, what a flipping life she has had. I mean, don't forget, when we first actually started with Queen Useless, my view was, okay, you know, Hector made a stupid decision, and now we've got Queen Useless. She's just going to be, you know, it's going to be a holding pattern. She's just going to, you know, set up the next king. It's all going to be fine. And sure, she did that, but she did so much more. She lived one hell of a life. She got up to the highest rank in a holy order. She went on pilgrimage. She went on foot to Jerusalem, saw it, did a bit of shopping, came straight back home again. She was a great teacher, brought some amazing children up. Like, the reason we've got so many really good, skilled adults floating around right now is largely due to her and Lewitt, who have both been doing an amazing job as court tutors. She passed on her virtues, including to our new king, King Catastrophe, and when her time came, she accepted it. She accepted it calmly and peacefully, and yes, indeed, well known to be charitable. She freely gave her money to friends and family. A godly woman. She is with the Blessed Virgin now. I can believe it. Queen Useless has led one hell of a life. Alright, a pilgrim. Walking all the flipping way to Jerusalem. Well flipping done. And she passes on the responsibility of leadership to King Catastrophe. And, oh, I think he could be something very special indeed. Diplomacy, 10. Martial, already at 20. Stewardship of 23. Intrigue of 12. Learning of 12. Oh, yes. And apparently we slightly lost an actual finger bone during the transition of power. Someone made off with it. And also, apparently, there was just in the background a decision whether or not to wake up this guy. So, I'm just going to let him sleep. That's fine. The final act of Queen Useless was deciding she was just going to let an old man enjoy a nap without being disturbed. Isn't that just flipping lovely? And apparently pretty much the entire council just felt like resigning, so we're going to need to sort that mess out. Marvellous. But ladies and gentlemen, it has begun. The race to set up an empire. King Catastrophe is young. He is only 17. He has so much time ahead of him. The question now is, can we get him up to flipping 8,000 prestige in time to found the Empire of Cornwall? Because once we have the Empire of Cornwall, at that point, ooh, at that point we could just head over and just say, by the way, Scotland, yoink, that's going to be in our empire now. The remnants of England, yoink. We could create basically the Empire of Britannia, but it's Cornish, and thus better. So, I think we will begin King Catastrophe's reign in earnest next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd, and this has been Crusader Kings 2. Thank you very much, and goodbye. No, sadly, I cannot be the Santa Claus of murder tonight. So apparently, even though this thing is... Oh, no, you can't. No, you most certainly can't. Okay. Is that the symbol meaning I'm about to pull her over? Yep, there we are. Oh! I feel like she didn't necessarily survive that. No, she's very dead.